operating in a silo. Avoid operating in a silo at all costs. So you hear this all the time, but what does it actually mean, right? What does it mean to operate in a silo, and what problems does it actually cause? The way I see it is that happens really often when you solve one problem at a time in a silo, as in disconnected from anything else around it. So this happens very often when you have department leaders that is trying to, very proactively solve the problems for the departments, and he finds solutions and he puts all the things in place to solve for his requirements, but then it ends up with a system that doesn't talk to the next department or the previous department. And we live in the future. It's wonderful to have tools that can integrate multiple systems like Make and Zapier, and having most software these days run on APIs, but it requires a degree of technical knowledge, technical understanding, and technical skills to tie everything together. So the best scenario would be to look at all the problems from the highest level possible, at the organizational level. That's where we use a lot of process maps and those type of tools to create a visual representation of how the business operates and make it very simple and very clear to everybody. We want to explain the business complexity to a 5-year-old. That's the goal, because from that point of view, you break down all the silos. You understand what the puzzle look like, and when you go pick the individual pieces of the puzzle, you make sure that each piece fits with the next and with the next and with the next. And that's how you create a really beautiful big picture, and everything is integrated, everything talks seamlessly. The people can use their systems, they follow the right processes with the right technologies to support everything, the right automations in place, everything is in harmony, it's beautiful, it's great. But you can't do that from the lower levels, from the siloed, from the limited context of a single department or a single problem. You need to take a bird's eye view on the overall organization. Hope that makes sense. Technology is never a problem in those situations. Sometimes you have the best technology to solve that problem, but the problem that you create by doing so is that that piece of technology doesn't really belong in the big schema of things, in the big picture. So try to avoid this siloed thinking. Try always to look at the big picture, and if you can, if possible, share that view with everyone in your team, your leadership team, the brains in your organization. Make sure everybody's on the same page, speaking the same language, solving the same problem. Thanks for listening.